Let me go back to the next article, which is out of CommonDreams, an amazing publication. And I think this is Julia Conley, Julia Conley, who's one of the all-stars and one of the top writers over there. Report details jaw-dropping abuse of asylum seekers by U.S. border agents. And this isn't 2020. This isn't 2019. This is Kids in Cages. This is October 21st of this year.
Yep.
A report by Human Rights Watch out Thursday is being reviewed by Homeland Security after it detailed how asylum seekers have faced years of physical, sexual, and verbal abuse at the hands of CBP agents at the U.S.-Mexico border. I don't think there's any surprise, but based on 160 reports filed by asylum seekers, the report titled "They Treat You Like You Are Worthless" describes asylum seekers facing beatings, threats of violence, molestation, and destruction of their personal documents, among other abusive conduct. Gross. Awful. One asylum seeker at the San Francisco Asylum Office told DHS that the office had interviewed a young child who was sexually molested by someone we believe to be a CBP officer, but they don't know for sure. They were apprehended by Border Patrol, sent to the ICE box, which is a border holding cell. Then this occurred. The young girl was forced to undress and touched inappropriately by a guard in the ice box wearing green with the name tag redacted. Of course. Oh, the name tag was not redacted, but they say what the name tag said. In some cases reported by asylum officers, Border Patrol agents did not conduct credible fear interviews as they're supposed to when they apprehend a migrant to determine if the faces the threat of persecution or violence in their home country, or falsified reports regarding the migrant's credible fear. One says she testified that she told the immigration officers she was afraid to return, and they wrote down she said she was not. She stated that the immigration officers did not tell her what she was signing when they typed it in her signature. Another asylum seeker from Honduras reported to an officer that when he refused to sign paperwork out of fear that the documents, which were in English, were deportation papers, a CBP agent told him that he was not able to seek asylum in the U.S. and that if he didn't sign it, he was going to be sent to jail where they were going to rape him. Oh, God.
Oh.
A threat of rape is a gross violation for refusing to sign paperwork. And that was not made clear to an applicant. Compounded by the fact that this applicant was in fact raped, which resulted in him fleeing his country. It is extremely disturbing that the officer acted with such insensitivity. And in my personal opinion, this is a serious act of misconduct. And again, repeated documented cases. Joe Biden said the agents in another video that happened while Trump was president would be held accountable. Well, of course. Yeah, sure. We'll hold the Trump era guys accountable, but Biden administration should not be making excuses for failures by DHS. Of course, HRW reported that DHS has not responded to 2 requests the group made in the past month, asking them for information about investigations or disciplinary actions that have resulted from several cases of abuse, including violations of due process and dehumanizing treatment. Terrible. Del Rio, of course, that's where all the Haitians were being deported from. Interim policy, the Undocu Black Network has seen summaries of the records HRW obtained. CBP suffers from long-standing and serious transparency, oversight, and accountability deficits, says the Project on Government Oversight. Long-term change relies on the understanding that the fundamental profession reforms may struggle to take root until CBP's outdated model of border enforcement, one that depends on deterrence through militarization, is revised, and CBP's footprint in border communities is reduced. Freaking men. Let's do that. Let's do that now. But of course, we know what's going to happen. Nothing will fundamentally change. But
nothing's going to happen.
Where is corporate media reporting any of this? Where? Totally disappeared.
Nowhere.